Hello, here we are with a brother who has a nice looking beard. When did you decide to stop destroying your beard?
It was about 2 years ago.
Is this the first time you've ever let your beard grow out?
Yes, it has. I spent 23 years in the Marine Corps and fire department, and just thought that was the thing I was supposed to do, is have a shaven face. But somebody actually mentioned something about growing a beard, and then somebody else was talking about it totally separate, didn't know each other and everything else, so I thought that was kind of a confirmation. And then I even said that, well, Yeshua had a beard, so I want to be like him, so I want to wear a beard. And then some people said, well, how do you know he had a beard? I said, well, because scriptures, the Holy Scripture says he did. And it was actually long enough that they could pluck it out with their hand, so he had a beard, all right.
Yeah. And you get a lot of comments about your beard?
I do. They want to know who I'm trying to act like to be, and I said, I'm not trying to act as anything. I'm wanting to be like Christ, not Moses or all these other ones.
Yeah.
It's pretty good usage to be on the street, street preaching, to have one as well.
Do you ever get any negative comments?
Some that kind of, just don't like it or don't understand it, and things of that nature.
Sure. And what do your friends and families think of it?
Well, my mom was totally against a beard, but then she hadn't said too much to me. In a sense, another family member did have a beard, but he was kind of a little bit of an unrighteous man. But she knows my stand, and she hadn't really said too awful much. But the rest of them, they hadn't really said anything about it as far as family.
Do you know of any health benefits of the beard?
Well, not sure totally on that. You don't have any rash from that you get from shaving a lot of times, so you don't have that when you're growing a beard. But do sometimes work in a dusty, dirty environment, so the hairs do help to filter the unclean particles and stuff of that nature.
Sure. Why do you think beards aren't looked at in society in a good way?
Good question. Whether it's just been passed down, probably just like a lot of other lies, passed down from one to the other. And of course now some's kind of used to crack at whether I'm trying to be a Muslim or look like a Muslim and all these kind of things, which it's more to that. Like I said, that's sort of a new thing that we know of with all the things we hear. But I don't know, today we're getting a mix-up of manhood and femininity, and so it's definitely something a woman cannot do is grow a beard. So you know which sex you are, but your men's getting their top hair growing longer and women's getting their top hair shorter. So and the word definitely says there's supposed to be a difference between the sexes. So
yeah, if your Marine buddies saw you now, what would they say?
Well, the ones that I've told that's in the Marines, they probably do question I haven't been in there. But that's why I do try to keep more of a Marine haircut on top. But they probably would question it again of why, just as many other times that some things that they, you make a change and a difference when you walk into the truth.
What would be your advice to men that have struggled with the idea of growing a beard, but they're interested in doing it?
Well, I guess if you're struggling with it, then there's a reason why you're struggling. And the word uses a word called peace, or we know it more or better, I think, as shalom, which is a peace that passes all understanding. So if there's turmoil, there's a reason why you're desiring to do it, and I think that it is something that we need to go with, not for fad, which that's what a lot of people end up doing things because it's a fad. And I think it is why a lot of people seem like more people are growing a different beard as a fad. But then another thing that seems to be bad is some of them are actually putting different other cuttings in there for their kind of look or whatever, instead of more desiring to please our master, our creator, our Messiah, Yeshua. So.
Well, what would be your overall advice just to the whole world about having a beard?
Well, to the world, it goes more, I have to say, more than to the beard. It's that to the world that we need to follow in the footsteps of Yeshua. He said he is the way. So if he was the example of all things, which he is, and he had a beard, then thus we should walk in all his ways, which is observing the commandments, the Torah, and of which he also grew a beard. So I would say that we need also to wear a beard, and to his example as well, that there should be an extreme difference between the sexes that he made in a male and a female.
Sure. And why do you think so many people are obsessed with shaving?
Being a modern man, always trying to be separate from what is maybe righteous and holy and godly. They're watching probably the wicked part of the TV and stuff, and all their subliminal messages that they are passing and putting through that is another aspect of it, and trying to look more like the world instead of Yeshua.
Sure. Anything else you want to say about the beard?
Well, it's just it is manly, and so that it's natural. It's of him.
Sure. In one word, as we close, in one word, give us one word for how it feels to have a beard.
Hallelujah.
All right, great. Thank you.